Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you? Hello, boils and ghouls, monsters of all ages. I am your host, Vlad the Rad, with my always amazing, talented, funny, beautiful co-host. Well, shit the bed, it's Michelle of the Dead.
I love that. Good evening, everyone. We want to die.
We want to die. We barely made it.
Nathan! First off, hold on. Nathan got me an awesome gift for no reason. Can you guys see it?
I do see it.
Isn't that rad?
That's really, really cool, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Nathan. You're awesome, dude.
Melissa. I got it right, first of all. Has been looking forward to this all day. So have we. We've been talking about it all weekend because, obviously we spent the weekend together at what says up there, Crypticon Seattle 2022. And that's what this episode is about. We're going to go over kind of the fun, exciting, crazy, wild stories and everything from the weekend. And just kind of update you guys to the fun we had.
Yeah, it's definitely something you want to attend. You can go for 1 day, 2 day, all 3 days, get a weekend pass. But what's even better is you can get a VIP pass, and that way you can spend the whole weekend up in the VIP room where only people who buy those tickets.
With us.
Are you trying to point? What?
Yeah, you can come spend the weekend in the VIP room with us.
I was wondering what you were doing with your finger for a second.
I was trying to figure out which side I was pointing to again.
Oh, gotcha.
I always do. I forget to do the opposite.
Oh, yeah. The VIP ticket holders, get to get a lot more perks for the weekend, and they get to go to a lot of places and do a lot more things than, regular ticket holders. And regular ticket holders tend to kind of get mad that they can't get into VIP, but it's you don't get to go to the fair if you don't buy a ticket.
That's right.
You don't get to go to a concert if you don't buy a ticket. If you buy a ticket, you get to go. It's awesome.
Speaking of which, working the VIP room this weekend, you and I had a really good time. We had a lot of fun. We got to interact with a lot of really cool people.
Yeah.
And one of my actual favorite stories from this weekend, you actually weren't there for it, but I'm sure you heard the story, the pizza mishap, right? That was one of my favorite things that happened all weekend. So let me lay it out. Let me lay it out for everybody.
Okay, yeah. I was not there. I was probably downstairs putting out fires.
Probably. We were in the VIP room, and this is I think early on Saturday. And Panda, who was working with us, had ordered some pizza for her lunch, and she had given some out, but she had a piece in there that she took a bite off. So
giving some out to the people who were working our team. Right. It was our lunch, so she wasn't giving it out to VIP convention goers.
Right. But yeah, so we're up in there and the pizza's there, and we didn't exactly know, I knew who she was. So Fiona Dorff comes into the VIP room, and we're all kind of hanging out, and she's talking and stuff, and she walks around the bar and opens the pizza box, and nobody did anything or said anything. She just closed it and walked back over, goes back on the other side of the bar, picks open the pizza box, takes out the last chunk and ripped the bit and piece off that Panda had ate and just munched it down. And it was so comedy. We're all just whatever, and then Panda came up and she's like, "That was my lunch." Well, Fiona Dorff had left her a $5 tip for the pizza, right? So I was like, "Panda, you got to go down and get her to sign that $5 bill." You know what I mean? And so she's like, "You're right, I do." She goes downstairs to, the signing pit, and Fiona Dorff, gives her the $5 bill and explains, the whole story. And Fiona Dorff wrote the funniest shit on it. It said, on one side it said, "I should have tipped you. I'm sorry, I should have tipped you more." And on the other side it said, "I ate your pizza. It was okay." And then she autographed it. And then Panda came up and she was just elated. She's just that, that was all worth it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite VIP story though, because you actually have a good one too, where you assaulted a celebrity.
Okay, So I was excited to meet William Catt, who, the greatest American hero, and that's why, because I grew up on that. And so, everybody's just kind of hanging out in the room and, having drinks and conversing with one another. And, the food is ready in the next room. So I got up and I was like, okay, everyone, food's ready. It's, off in the other room over here. And I swing my arm around and I like whap William Catt in the eye. And I didn't even know he was standing there. I was like, oh my God. It was like instant panic. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My name's Michelle and I work at an animal eye specialist. So if I've injured your eye, I could probably help you. And then that's how we met. And it was like so fucking humiliating because it was in front of like a whole bunch of people. It was so funny. And the next day I found him and
you
I came up.
you
Yeah.
almost blinded the greatest American hero.
Yeah, I know. It was so funny. He was so sweet though, because I went and talked to him the next day, and he wasn't hurt or anything, so
Right.
he's okay, everyone. But
I
it was
just want to
just
say,
embarrassing.
Amanda bopped in. We love you too. It was a blast hanging out with you all weekend.
Yeah, Amanda's one of my favorite people.
Melissa Volan says that's amazing. Melissa, you got to come out here for Crypticon. You'd love it.
Dude,
It's
just
such a rad time. And
Uh,
actually, I don't know if she's watching, but Lynette Ripa, she's been a long time supporter of Zompire, and she's bought our boxes and stuff. And it was really cool to meet her too. She was at the con. I don't know if you had a chance to meet her. She was one of the
yeah,
girls that was in the onesies. There was the two girls in onesies.
yeah, in the bathtub.
Were they in the bathtub at some point?
Yeah. Yeah, we're Facebook friends now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, it
But it
was a
was
good
cool.
time, because the cool thing about the VIP ticket holders, this year there was I think like 30 platinum and 85 gold originally. I think they might have added some more on later. But the platinum ticket holders, you get to go to like the celebrity dinner, which is on Saturday night from 7 to 10. Anyways, oh my God, I forgot where I was going with that. Okay, my brain is so fried. I like used every last brain cell this weekend. Oh my God, I must have we must have walked probably 500 miles.
Joshua says what happens in
Josh.
the bathtub stays in the bathtub.
No, it doesn't, because I got pictures.
But this is in Iowa. I guess they don't really have any conventions. Let's get a convention in Iowa going.
Yeah, I mean, I heard there's really nothing in Iowa, so let's do something about it.
I would like to point out I am wearing my Crypticon See You There staff shirt.
I am also wearing a Crypticon shirt. I bought this one because it wasn't a staff shirt, but I think it's still pretty badass.
Nathan wants to get VIP tickets next year. I don't
You better
blame you.
do it. You better do it. It's so cool. Okay, so when you're in the VIP room, your beer, wine, and water and all and snacks is free all weekend.
Well, and it's where the celebrities, a lot of them go to drink.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Noah
Yeah.
Hathaway was in there pretty much all
Mm-hmm.
weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, I'm not just to pump up the ratings a little bit. I did speak to him about coming on the podcast.
Oh,
And so I have his number in my phone. So we're going to set that
nice.
up. So we'll actually have Noah Hathaway from Troll and Never Ending Story coming on here at some point soon. We didn't set a date yet, but it's happening.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we had a really fun time. We were, tending bar and just hanging out. It was a lot of work though, because there's a lot of running around that had to be done and making sure we had enough supplies. And thank God we had Jason Mortenson's team across the hall was the Deadly Darling Misfit Stalls. A lot of their people came out and helped us, do bartending and door guarding, cleaning up everything. They were just so freaking awesome. And it's like just great teams. Everybody worked really well together and we were super helpful.
Yeah.
It was super awesome. And I just love absolutely every one of those people. Absolutely.
He can't bring our tax. One of my favorite, he wasn't there as, well, I mean, he kind of was a guest, obviously, but he wasn't like signing or anything there. But Jason Brooks and I got to sit down and talk for a long while Saturday night. And that was like one of my favorite interactions over the weekend. Friday, if you guys haven't seen it yet, the new trailer for Vengeance 2 came out. You can find it on YouTube. Oh yeah,
my God.
That's another funny story I got to tell here.
My God.
That's another funny story we got to tell here in a minute. Yes.
See, I slept until I like just took a shower at 4:30. I've been in bed all day.
But yeah, if we got to talk a bit about the Ramon being in the movie, the trailer just
Ricky
come out,
Ramone, yes.
and you know, it was just a really really fun conversation. We got to sit and talk for a long while, so that was one of my favorite, interactions this weekend.
Yeah, that was awesome. I remember what
But
I was gonna say. Oh, go ahead first.
no, because this is a long story. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So Eric was referencing that someone ruined his sister's life. So Saturday night, we're in the biohazard room, and someone pointed out a guy with a blonde mohawk to her, and was like, "That's Atreyu." And so she went up to him and was like, "You ruined my childhood. You ruined my life." And the dude just kind of played along with it, like he was kind of told beforehand this was going to happen. And so this kid is just like saying like, okay, well, as interaction is happening, Noah actually walks up into the conversation, and the other blonde mohawk kid looks over and he goes, "No, that's Noah Hathaway, that's Atreyu." And Eric's sisters is like, "Yeah, you're Atreyu, I'm Atreyu, we're all Atreyu." Like, and then like walked off. So the next day, me and Eric and her, I think we were in the like autograph pit, and we go up to Noah, and the whole story came out, and it was so funny though. She basically went up to this random kid who just happened to have a blonde mohawk like Noah Hathaway did, and they had set it up. They told the kid beforehand like she's gonna come up and say some shit, so he was prepared for it. Yeah,
Oh my God,
but
that is
it was
so funny.
it was literally like one of the funniest things like I saw this weekend, because the
Oh
whole
my
time
God.
too, she's like, "I went up and I told him he ruined my life," and all of us knew it wasn't Noah.
It's like you went and yelled at the wrong guy, dude.
It was so good. It was so
There
so
were
good.
so many funny things. I mean, I can't even remember all of them. I better have really good abs after this weekend because I laughed so much. You
Yeah,
know, it was crazy. And also, we're delirium plays a part into that because we work very very hard and we get very little sleep. We're lucky if
true.
we eat. There's no such thing as naps or breaks. You
Right.
know, which I kind of do to myself a lot of the time because I'm one of those type of people. But um, I was actually able to eat. So
At the hotel where we were staying, like I was telling you before the podcast, I was like, they had this fish and chips that I probably ate 3 times over the weekend.
so good. It was so good. Oh
One
my
of the
God.
times you're like, "I need to eat." I'm like, "I'll be right back," and came back with 2 orders of fish and chips.
Yes, it was so good. It's like inhaled that stuff in like 5 seconds. Like, gotta get to work. I need energy.
Did you get any good swag while you were there this weekend?
Well, yeah, I didn't bring it with me. Um, but I got a lot of things from like, the taxidermy place and, I got some gifts for people. Not a whole lot of stuff for myself though. And that's okay. I made
Right
a
on.
lot of really good connections though. Made tons of really good friends, up in the VIP room. I love that the VIP ticket holders, a lot of them are the same ones all the time, and so you develop relationships with them, and you get to see them over and over every year, and everybody looks forward to it, and it's like this big giant horror family reunion, and it's just I don't know. Then you get the post-con depression because you miss everybody and you've been like so high on serotonin all weekend, which is, keeping you
Right.
awake so you're not like super tired like you think you would be on only like 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night. And it's just you get to spend time with all your favorite people, doing all your favorite things, with like-minded, similar interests. It's just so awesome. And there's a lot of people there that it was their first time in the VP, so I was very excited to like kind of get to know them and make them feel comfortable and right at home so they
Right.
want to do it again next year. Showed a lot of people around what they got. There's a lot of people that really didn't know what it meant. So um, it was really a lot of fun. Just giving little tours and things like that, and just making people feel comfortable and connected, and just keeping them coming back. It's
Yeah.
awesome. It really is.
Well, and one of the things I was going to say is I actually used to work at a tattoo shop that had a booth at Crypticon, but that was 10, 11 years ago now. And
Right.
so that was there as like a vendor. And I've been there as like, not a guest, like I was invited, but as a patron.
Right.
I've been there as a patron. And this is the first time that I actually worked the event, for the event. And one of the
Right.
things I was going to point out was how much everyone really looked out for each other. People I've never met in my life were coming up like, "Hey, have you eaten? Do you want some water? Like, do you need a break?" Like, everyone
Yes.
really, really like took care of each other. And there was
Such
that like,
great teamwork.
yeah, there was like a really like a bonded family feeling about, everyone, like you were saying earlier, with like the, across the hall and the biohazard people, and even like Robbie, who was like, I'd bop in and like, "Hey man, you have a screwdriver?" And he's like got all his tools. And so
Oh,
it was just
Bobby.
like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, everyone was just like really helping out each other and just looking like taking care of one another. And I really appreciated that family environment, because it made like me feel like maybe when I was like starting to slow down, I wanted to be there for everyone else. So you know what I mean? Like it just kept me
Right.
going
Right,
and
right.
feeding
I
off
love
that
that too.
energy.
Yeah, it was such good energy. And there's a lot of what makes me super happy is like you and Becky both had gone out of your comfort zones this weekend and had done things you had never done before in your lives, and were probably scared. I know Becky was terrified, but both of you like we're super glad that you did it. Like you did your panel, Becky did her body painting, and
Right.
and then you both came out feeling like super empowered, like, hey, I can do this kind of thing. And and it must have been an invincible, just fucking awesome, powerful feeling. And I am so proud of you guys, both of you especially, are just
Thank you.
fucking awesome. You
It
guys did
was
so good.
it was definitely like one of those moments when you're like, and you could probably tell through this weekend when someone's like, "Hey, will you do something?" If I think I can do it even a little bit, like I'm
You're
100%,
gonna
yes,
try.
I'll
And if
do
you
it.
can't, you're like, oh, sorry.
Perfect example is I went to go get those like 4 12 packs of soda. I ended up walking 5 blocks and carrying all 4 of them back, like,
I
to the
know.
hotel. I was like
You're a rock
dying.
star.
But we needed them, and I was halfway there when I figured out I had to go further. So it was like whatever. I don't remember why I started on that tangent just now, but
Because taking care of each other and doing
oh
things you're
yeah.
asked, the panel.
Oh right. So when I like was asked if I would do it, I'm like, well, fuck, I can figure it out. Like, I'll do it. But then I started thinking about it because I had like an hour. And so in that hour, I pretty much talked myself out of wanting to do it at all. And I got downstairs to where the Cascade 3 and 4, I think is what it's called, the room
Oh
where it was
no, those
supposed
are
to
the
happen.
Northwest rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. It was
You'll
whatever
get it.
whatever room it was, where they were doing the panel. When I got down there, they were like, "Oh, 2 people got COVID. We're canceling it." And part of me was like, "Whew." But then came up like, "Let's do it." And I'm like, you know what? Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's just do it. And we actually had like 35, 40 people that were in for that panel listening to
Yeah.
us.
Fake
And
it till
then,
you make it.
right. And then afterwards, when I like left the room, I was just like, fuck yes, like that was really cool. And I knew more than I thought I did. And you
See,
know what I mean? So
see,
it was a really like cool, and
confidence builder.
that's the thing about, and I'm sure there's a lot of other conventions that are like this, but Crypticon
No, there's not.
Seattle, well, but I mean, like, but the family environment, the horror family environment, like everyone was really polite and nice to one another. I mean, when we were bouncing the VIP room, we never had an issue all weekend. We never
I
got people
know.
arguing. There was not a single fight. There was nothing that like, you know, took everyone's happiness down. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right. There was no I'm sure there was people that were sloppy drunk, but it wasn't like to the point where they were like ruining everybody's good time.
Violent or
In my
breaking
presence,
shit.
anyways. I mean, I didn't experience anything like that. So,
Right.
I feel pretty good. There's a lot of things we learned. And the first thing that I learned is I'm gonna buy one of those freaking foldable carts that holds like 200 pounds so
Right.
that we will have our own cart. We can fold it up. We can get the VIP shit in and out of there, our own shit in and out of there easily without having to worry about the hotel having a cart, you
Rob says
know?
down in Oak, they have one in Oklahoma in
Nice.
August. That's there is a Crypticon Oklahoma City, I believe, isn't there? Because Crypticon,
Uh,
like, it's not just Seattle. There's other cities
there's
that
like one other one, I think, maybe
is
two,
it
but I don't know where it is because I work for the Seattle one.
right.
They're not affiliated though, really.
It's just kind of in name.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the exact politics are on that. I should probably find out, but they're
Right.
not like in cahoots with one another,
Rob
is
says
what I'm
that
saying.
the one he's going to in August is not a Crypticon.
Yeah.
Melissa's going to start saving so she can fly out next year.
You
Dude, that
need
would be
to.
rad.
Dude, that would be so cool.
But wait a minute. We know that she has that, break our legs obsession. Like, do we want her really visiting?
Right? I
I'm
mean,
just kidding. Of course we do.
you're not, he's not kidding. No, that'd be saying, oh my God, if you came and you dressed like Annie Wilkes from the movie, I would be just like, that would be so awesome.
Did you see the girl this weekend that was oh crap, what's her name? The other character, or not the other character, but the girl from The Shining. I can't think of her name right now.
The twins?
No, the wife. There was a girl
Oh,
that was
no, I
dressed
didn't
up.
see her. No.
I'm trying. Oh God, it just hit my head too.
I have no brain cells left. I told you, I'm afraid to go to work tomorrow because
I know.
it's like mush.
Wendy. There we go, Wendy. I knew Josh would pop in with it because he's like
Yes.
a Stephen King guy. Yeah, her
Thanks,
name is
great
Wendy.
babe.
There was someone there named Wendy Torrance. You monster. One of the other cool things I got, I was able to get some things signed. Hanging out with Bill Moseley again is always a
Oh,
good
yeah.
time.
I did get some cool swag that reminds me. Keep talking.
Oh yeah, I got to meet Bill Moseley again, and I actually got to escort him from his panel back to his booth. So it was like some one-on-one time, and I got to talk to him for a minute. But he signed. I have an original Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 soundtrack on vinyl. He signed for me, and then he signed this like 3D box light thing from the original VHS signing, which will be coming up in the Zompire Horde community page soon. So.
Nice.
Yeah, I was pretty excited. And I went and got, months ago, we did the Neverending Story license plates.
Yes,
And
yes.
I had one left over, so I had Noah Hathaway sign that when he put his Atreyu on it.
You know
Too,
how
which is very
fucking
cool.
idiotic I am? I did not bring mine for him to sign.
Ah!
Didn't even crossed my mind. I'll see him again. It's fine.
Yeah. He's going to come on the podcast, so.
I'll just mail it to him and then he can mail it back.
There you go.
Perfect.
One of the other cool things that I don't know how many other conventions would do it or have done it, was the animal petting zoo. Did you get a chance to go see that?
Yeah, I did. And Panda, I think, had a lot to do with that. I think because she does those things. She does the reptile convention, goes to it. She has a ton of herps at home. She's got spiders and snakes and all kinds of really cool stuff. She's a collector and an expert. So she goes to those. I think that that was her doing. And she was on our team. Her and Carl or big help there. So yeah, that was pretty cool. They had a kangaroo. Oh my God, Benny, they feel like rabbits.
Dude,
it's like they're a giant rabbit.
I have a picture of me cradling them like a baby.
My God.
It was a 7-month-old kangaroo, and I have a picture of me holding them like a baby. If you're friends with me on Facebook or if you're in the Zompire Horde community page, you can see the pictures. My favorite one though is me holding the alligator.
Oh man, you're so lucky. I got to pet both of them, but I didn't hold anything.
Yeah, holding the alligator was cool.
Yeah. I wish I would have been able to like pet the owl. That would have been cool, but
yeah, that was the other one. I would have been stoked to have like been able to like put the owl on my arm. I thought that would.
Well, they're coming to Puyallup soon. I have the flyer because they do that. They go around. And I've been to it a few times in the past. That's where I bought a lot of things from that that show. So I think maybe when they come around to Puyallup, we should go, and we'll have to like maybe go live or put it on a podcast. Which I'm so upset about this weekend. We were way too busy. I didn't even really get any pictures because
really, yeah.
Yeah, we were supposed to go live. We were supposed to make a podcast, and like none of that happened.
Thursday,
maybe we could. I have an idea though. Maybe we get more people, and we can like assign them to specific things. Like you and you are like the doorman. You can like switch off or whatever. You are a bartender. You are the beer girl. Just so there's like so people like feel more comfortable about like what am I supposed to do?
Right.
And then I think that if we get more people, then we'll have time to do things like that. Okay, so these stations are all covered. Let's do a quick recording.
Right.
Yeah.
And then also like I could have been better about because I brought an extra phone to like literally be able to record on, so I wasn't like, killing my phone. But because of how busy we were and how much running around we were doing, it just never occurred to me to grab it and like be able to film anything because I was either at the door or I was running somewhere to like get ice or you know what I mean, like it was like pretty much go, go, go once we woke
Yeah.
up.
And and this is your very first time working it too. So it was a lot to take on at once. So and everybody was just awesome. We definitely need help. Um, yeah, it's definitely worth every moment of pain and my back,
Oh,
feet, and head
100%.
hurt. That I didn't really have a headache all weekend, which was great. I got super tired on Saturday, but then Sunday I felt a lot better.
Yeah.
I think I drank more water.
That was the other thing to say. Oh, I said that earlier about how everyone was very good about making sure we were all drinking
Hmm.
water. We were all like, same. So I
Oh,
already said that.
yeah, let me tell a cute little story. It was when I was starving and I had gone to go find some food, and the restaurant was so full there wasn't even one spot to sit at the bar, and it was like, fuck, it's so expensive. So I went back to the room for a second. And I was looking for it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna order just like some cheap fast food or whatever, and it was like 8.50 or something like that. And then he kept switching drivers, and it's like it's gonna get there at 10 o'clock. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was talking to Michael. I was like, texting him. I'm like, I'm so hungry. He's like, we get some food. I'm like, I'm trying. I'm like, well, fuck it. There's snacks downstairs. I just kind of crave something hot. So, or upstairs. So I go back up to the 13th floor and I get up there and I think Nick or Alex were up at the door. You're like, did you eat? And I'm like, no, I'm just gonna have some snacks. I just really want some hot food. And you pour a hot bean burrito on top of your pocket and hand it to me. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was like,
I
I ate
I
that thing
keep
in
I
probably
keep an
2 seconds.
extra Taco Bell burrito in my vest at all times during conventions because you never know when someone's
Oh
going to
my
get
God.
hangry, and you got to be
Yeah.
like, bam, here's a burrito. No,
Yeah,
that
I
was
was like in full on zombie mode, and that man, that helped so much. Thank you
that.
so much for that.
Well, no, it was
Saved
funny
me.
because Alex or Nick went and got burritos for him and
Yeah.
Alex, and he came back. He's like, "I'm sorry, I didn't ask you for anything." I was like, "No, it's fine, man." And then they both took turns to go eat, and he came back, and Nick handed me that burrito. He's like, "Here, eat this right now." And then you said, uh, "You're
I
damn
love you,
right."
girl.
But like he handed me that burrito, and then literally within like a 10 seconds, you were right behind me. Like, I'm so hungry. Literally just flipped around. I was like, bam, here's a burrito. Eat it right now.
It was like
And
so meant to be. It's like I put it out in the universe
yeah,
and it happened.
it was
So
comedy. It was
it was
comedy.
really funny. There were some
The
there were some
timing
pretty
was
funny
perfect.
moments.
There really
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
There really was. There wasn't a whole lot to the weekend that, like I said, like even when times were tough and like your body hurt or,
Hmm.
it was everyone else's energy kept you going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. It was good stuff too. It was good
Yeah.
stuff.
And
Um,
there was a lot going on this weekend. The Friday night, well, so Thursday when you and I got there, we were filling the VIP diamond and platinum bags for the
Gold,
attendees.
platinum.
Gold and platinum. It should be diamond and platinum actually.
I
Anyway,
mean,
but we were filling those bags up, but then Friday the show doesn't start till 4, but it's like all set up all day, like getting
I was
ready for
tired by
4.
2 on Friday and it hadn't even started yet.
Well, and I think it was on Friday too, was when there's 4 elevators. Sorry, other hand, 4 elevators. That's 3.5. 4 elevators, and like 2 of them broke, or 2 broke, and one was acting finicky. And so there was a point where I had took the stairs from the first floor to the 13th. Don't tell anyone because I have like lung issues. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I did hit my inhaler, so I was good. But I went and I didn't have my phone on me because remember I was doing my steps all week, and I'm like, I
Oh
got
yeah,
this
yeah.
many steps. And I went up and down those stairs, and I didn't even have my phone on me to count
Oh, dude.
them. But it was like
Oh,
that was like the worst part of it. And even then, sorry, my dog's shaking a lot.
that's okay.
But even then, it was like it was pretty crazy. Yeah, Friday exactly. Amanda's the same. She's like, yeah, the
Oh my
Friday was
God.
insane. But
Do
then
you know how many
Saturday,
miles you walked in total, do you think? Like, did you
uh,
add your days together in miles?
no, I didn't. I think it was like over 6 miles though, in like the 3 days.
Oh, I felt like it was more like 11 miles.
Or it could have been.
I mean, for me, I know it was like at least 11 miles.
You're like, that's just what I think it is.
I feel it in my soul. Um, my little nephew Antonio, I got to put a shout out to him too. He's not 21 yet, so he can't go up to the 13th floor, but he helped downstairs in registration, and he's so sweet and so handsome. And he was, helping hand out the bags, and then he was helping uh, place the day pass bracelets or whatever. And it was really awesome having him there, and I'm glad that he had a good time.
Okay, so on Saturday alone, I walked 7.4 miles.
Damn. That's crazy. And that's not and then you don't even know Friday because of the non-measured stair episodes.
Well, right. It was at like 18,000 steps, and then
Jesus.
minus in like an hour, I didn't have my phone on me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, there was one day I was like, I had burned 1,000 calories, so I decided like that I was allowed to have ice cream.
Oh man. I'm like excited to go to work and weigh myself tomorrow.
Oh,
Because
she
like these
averaged 15 miles Saturday and Sunday. That's
yeah,
wild.
that's crazy. Well, I'm gonna go on a 2.5 mile walk tonight with my dogs later, so keep it going.
My dog, someone's coming in,
Oh,
so Baller's just going nuts right now.
aw. That's okay. You heard my dog screaming earlier when Michael came in, so well you heard Hannibal because Hannibal.
Right.
A little asshole. I had such a good time. The vendor room was great. I met some really cool artists that I'm going to do collabs with. I'm going to send in some things that they can work with. And oh, Patrick and Tabitha, can I say enough good things? Holy crap! Um, talk
They
about Patrick for a second.
they were absolutely amazing. Like, they kind of came in last second and really pulled through, came and they were like 100% helping out.
They're
It was
helping you in
really awesome.
everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
setting
100%.
up and it's like shoot. When I went down to the brunch on Sunday, I came back to the room and I think it was Amanda and um, I don't know. No, she was down to the brunch with me, so I think it was just Tabitha and Patrick. But the whole room was like unpacked, torn down, and ready to get packed up, and they're just so awesome. They helped with everything. You need something, go down to just run down and do it. You need this, go down and do it. Made some really good friends. We had Patrick on one of our other episodes as one of our guests, and I think I
Right.
made some really, really, really good friends with them this weekend.
That's
They're
awesome.
really, really good people.
They are really good people, and
Yeah,
obviously they came through and they worked hard and were dependable. So,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
kind of why when you were like, we need extra bodies,
yeah,
they were the first people I thought of
yeah,
because
yeah,
I
and
knew how trustworthy they were.
and yeah, and everybody really liked them. They're super nice. They're super chill. I just love them. And what can I say enough about Sabrina? Holy shit.
Oh, for real.
Bartender goddess. She was
Butthole nipples
completely in her element. That is her element. That's what she does. She loves to connect with people. She loves that banter, that back and forth, that sass. She's so sassy,
and
and she
butthole nipples.
completely what was that?
Butthole nipples.
Yeah, yeah. She was just great. Everybody just loved her. She's just so just yeah, that's just her thing. That's what she does, and she's really good at it. She asks a question. She's snappy and just yeah, yeah. It was good
100%.
times, and she had a great time too. So,
That's rad.
she was
Yeah,
a
I'm
great
hoping
addition.
next year, we all get to do it together, do it together again.
Yes, I can't
Um,
talk either. It's fine.
well, I think that's what we have for you this week, folks.
Yeah, I'm tired.
We're exhausted.
My dog doesn't go to bed. So,
Dee
oh
wants to tell
yeah,
us how much fun she had meeting Phil. He was so much fun.
oh yeah. I didn't get to meet him, but I've heard so many nice things about him. The celebrities this year were really awesome. Oh,
Right.
real quick, the Chiodo brothers, fucking awesome dudes.
They were
I
really
gotta,
cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They signed a poster for me, and I just love them. I talked to them a little bit and showed them some pictures of my clown makeup that I've done over the years and stuff. And they're just super cool. I'd really like to have them back again
Oh
sometime.
yeah,
Yeah, that'd
100%.
be good.
And we got to hang out with the Band Wars kids.
Yep, Band Wars was there, and
That was a good
um,
time.
yeah, yeah. I didn't get to hang out with them a lot. I just kind of said hi in passing a million times. Oh yeah, yeah. You got to do some cool stuff.
Yeah, I got to bring Elvira a glass of rosé.
Isn't that awesome?
I actually was backstage. Eric had me backstage when her Q&A was going because he was running the
See, I'm
sound for
pretty
her.
jealous.
It was
I'm
pretty
jealous.
awesome.
You had a
Well,
good time.
I did. I definitely did. All right. Well, with that, we will see you guys next week at 7 p.m. on Monday night.
All right.
What are we going to do?
I don't know. We'll talk about it later. I'm too tired
We'll
to think
figure
about
it
it right
out.
now.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you
What
guys.
is our station? 66.6 on your AM dial.
Thank you for watching the Zompire Horde podcast. we are on 66.6 on your AM dial. Until next time, which is next week. Good night.
Yes.
Welcome to the Zompire Horde podcast. Join us every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern, as your hosts, Vlad the Rad and Michelle of the Dead, discuss horror, true crime, and the macabre. Episodes available on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Join us, won't you?